What's up, nerds? Welcome back. If you've been following news from Marvel for at least the past year, you would know that they had an announcement out that we were going to be getting a new story teaming up the Silver Surfer with a character who's been gone for quite a long time now, and I am holding that book now in my hands. So let's go ahead and talk about Captain Marvel and Silver Surfer Rebirth. Now, if you know your DC lore, it's definitely not the right lore here, but if you know your Marvel lore, you would know that Captain Marvel is not Carol Danvers, or at least not originally it wasn't. It was actually this man, Mar-Vell. So that's actually who's in this particular story. And not only him, but also his son. So we'll get into that in just a second. But anyway, let's just kind of get into what we actually have here. This is a story coming to us from your friend and mine, everybody's favorite Comicsgate hater, Ron Mars. So let's just kind of talk about what old Ronnie boy has in here. So we're seeing here where we're starting out with this. It's a Kree ship where basically the captain is saying, you know, we were sent here to investigate something, and now we're basically on the brink of destruction because we can see where their ship is failing and they're about to like careen straight into a black hole, which of course would be disconcerting for anybody. So he's saying like, you know, I respect all of you enough to tell you the truth. Like, we're about to die, so all of you make peace with the end, however, you know, you go about that or whatever. And then all of a sudden they hear like this rumbling sound, and he asks, you know, what happened? So they're saying like, well, actually we're decelerating. He's like, what? How is that possible? So they're saying, well, something is slowing us down, and then they identify it as this man, Vell, also known as Legacy. So he's there, he's trying to like push it, you know, away from the black hole, obviously, and he's even trying to say like, come on, stop already. So they're talking about like he inherited many of his father's abilities because he is Mar-Vell's son, and then saying flight, strength, speed, energy casting, cosmic awareness. He wields the negabands. If you know Vell, if you know Legacy, you already know all of that. So the captain is saying like, well, I served with Mar-Vell years ago. Is his son capable of this? Can he actually save us? And he's like, honestly, this could be going better because, yeah, he's definitely struggling with it. And he's saying to himself like, you know, I told myself I was going to be like my dad. I was going to be a hero. I was going to save people and shit like that. And then he says, great plan, until you realize they don't give you a handbook. And then all of a sudden he sees someone approaching. And who is that? Why, none other than the Silver Surfer. But let's not focus entirely on this. This is actually a pretty nice shot of him. But let's not focus entirely on that. What I want us to focus on is this yellow text box up at the top. Now, why would I be pointing that out? Well, you know me. I'm a little bit of a stickler when it comes to words and grammar and spelling. And that, oh my god, I can excuse it if there's one spelling error in there. I can excuse that. You know what I mean? You leave out a letter or whatever. Fine, I can excuse that. When you do it 3 times in here, now we have a problem. So, let me tell you why. So, we have to save his planet. Norrin Rad surrendered his freedom to become hurled, not herald, hurled to the world developing Galactus, coated with what? If you know Silver Surfer, what is it that his skin is coated in? Yes, galactic glaze, right? No, 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 no. It's not galactic glaze. It's galactic glaze. No, glay. Galactic glay. How do y'all screw up that many times in one text box? And it says, you know, given a surfboard, obeying his mental commands, and granted the power cosmic, he now soars the universe, a shining sentinel of the spaceways. Marvel Comics presents the Silver Surfer. So yeah, he shows up and he's saying like, don't worry, like I'm here to help you or whatever. So Genus is saying like, so what, you were just happened to be passing by? He's like, well, very little is unknown to my cosmic senses. He's like, okay, yeah, cosmic senses, right. It'd be really good if your cosmic senses had some ideas to keep us from swirling down this cosmic drain. So even the people inside are freaking out. They're like, oh, it's really the Silver Surfer. So he tells him, like, yeah, don't worry, get to a safe distance. And he says, well, you only have to tell me once. And then he says, I wield the power cosmic. Nothing is beyond me. So he's able to actually, like, pull the damn ship back from the, like, edge of oblivion and all that. He's even, like, kind of talking very heroically, saying, for I am the Silver Surfer and all of that. So very nice. He does manage to do exactly what he said he was going to do. He saves the ship, and then he says they will be able to effect repairs and return to the heart of the Empire. So even they're like inside celebrating, like, yeah, we're completely free, like we can actually get away from this. And the captain's saying, like, a miracle indeed. Get repair crews mustered immediately. Helm, set a course for Hala. So they're like, yes, sir. And then Genus is kind of like telling Silver Surfer, like, damn, that was so impressive. He's like, well, I just did what needed to be done. Like, I helped them because, they needed helping. He's like, really? You're going to try and downplay what you just did? Like, that was incredible. Anyway, he's saying, I honestly don't think I was up to it. It would have ended pretty badly, so thank you. This is the sort of thing you do? Fly around and show up in the nick of time? He's like, it's what I've always done. I travel the spaceways and seek out where I am needed. I make amends for the deeds in my past. So obviously he's referring to when he was, the Herald of Galactus, and he would help, like, usher in the destruction of entire planets. So he's saying, and you, Genus Fell, what purpose do you pursue? So he's telling him, like, well, I'm just trying to do the job, It's not like I had anybody to show me the ropes. And I have some big negabands to fill. My father is legendary. I'm trying to live up to his legacy, and I never even had the chance to meet him. So he's even asking him, like, what was my father like? To which Silver Surfer tells him, like, selfless, disciplined, fearless, a military man blessed with compassion, a true hero in every measure. Consider a visit to Earth. That world contains heroes aplenty, many of whom knew your father. I was marooned there for a time after I rejected my service to Galactus and rebelled against my former master. My time on Earth taught me much of humanity and of serving the greater good. And then all of a sudden, like, he crashes through this, like, whatever this barrier thing is, and all of a sudden he's flying next to Mar-Vell, Captain Mar-Vell. And he even kind of freaks out. He's like, Mar-Vell, like, how are you here? I was just flying with your son. Like, why are you here? And he's like, are you unwell, Surfer? I have no son. Turn your attention to the task at hand. He's like, the Skrull war machine is on the move, and we can see where, yeah, the Skrulls are invading this planet. And even Silver Surfer's like, what the hell's going on? Like, where are we? And so Mar-Vell tells him, Eladia, about to be crushed under the heel of a Skrull invasion. I won't allow another innocent world to suffer the same fate as so many before it. Now, are you going to help me or just stand there gaping? He's like, well, I don't understand any of this. The Captain Marvel I know perished long ago. I should not even be here. So he kind of, like, goes and he starts to help out, but then all of a sudden the Skrulls do manage to kind of, like, incapacitate him for a second. They literally all dogpile on him, but then he just does that, like, explosion of cosmic power shit. He's even telling them, like, do y'all not know who you're trifling with? So he's, like, telling them, like, get away from me, and then he calls his surfboard back to him so that he can actually, like, end this, so that I can bring this to an end. And then he says, Mar-Vell, explain what transpires here. And then Mar-Vell's telling him, like, well, what is there to explain? He's like, you're here, I'm here. We're going to make certain these invaders are not here. Believe me, I didn't survive cancer just to be killed by Skrulls. So if you know anything about Mar-Vell, you know that the reason why he's dead in main continuity was because he died of cancer. So that's why he's kind of mentioned that. Of course, apparently here, in whatever timeline or universe this is, he didn't die of cancer. He actually survived it, and now he's, continuing to be a hero and all that. So he says, did you feel that? Something just arrived. So yeah, that's where they see, like, this huge explosion and shit that kind of, like, knocks them down. And then they're trying to get back up as he's saying, like, are you well? And he's like, yeah, I'm well enough. Does your cosmic awareness not sense it? That was his doing. And then we see a shadowy figure. So he's like, you. And then all of a sudden he gets blasted and shit. And yeah, he looks even worse than how the cancer left him. So Silver Surfer's like, Mar-Vell, you lived again only to be slain? And then we see a voice coming from off-panel saying, he is of no consequence. He was merely a shadow among shadows. Arise, Norrin-Rad, for Thanos of Titan has need of you. So we see where, yeah, it's Thanos who's here to, whatever's going on. Apparently he's either behind it or he at least knows what is going on, because the way that he said he's a shadow of a shadow and all of that, and that he has need of Silver Surfer, kind of leads me to believe Thanos knows what exactly is going on. Apparently it affected him too, so he's here to, I guess, get Silver Surfer to help him set things back aright. I don't really know, but I mean, it was okay. It was not the sudden transition was so sudden. Like, there was just he's flying, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, now he's in the past or in a different alternate reality or something like that. I honestly don't know. It's just it feels very much like they were just trying to do like, I don't know. I really don't know anymore. This story is, it could be okay. I mean, I only say that because I am actually a, a Mar-Vell fan. So, I don't know. We'll see what actually comes from this maybe. I don't even know how long this is supposed to run for. If it's just going to be, I'm pretty sure it's a limited series. I think I remember reading that somewhere, but I don't know how many issues it's supposed to run for. So, I don't really know what to expect from this. I also like Silver Surfer. So, I mean, it has two characters I really do enjoy. The writing could be better. The damn spell checking could be a lot better and all that shit. But well, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm also a little bit tired. Like, really? Y'all had to bring Thanos into it again? Y'all couldn't have found somebody else? Like, there are so many other, like, cosmic characters that you could have possibly put in there, but it had to be Thanos again? Like, alright, fine. Then I guess that's what we're dealing with, so. I don't know. We'll see what ends up developing from this. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me on this one. So if y'all read this, if you have any thoughts on it, you know what to do. Share your thoughts with me down below in the comment section. I love to hear what y'all have to say. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed, have the notification bell hit, all the regular stuff. And if you would like to share the video, I would absolutely, definitely appreciate that. And if you're done here, well then, go and read a book. And if not, then I'll see you on my next video.